Live, this is 24-hour News 8.
You're waking up to the busiest travel day of the year.
Whether you plan to hit the road and head out of town or stay right here in West Michigan for the holiday, we have you covered this morning. Good morning and welcome. I'm Emily Leonard.
I'm Brett Thomas. More than 43 million Americans plan to either hit the road or take to the sky for Thanksgiving, but there is a big issue that could make traveling a little more difficult this year: the weather. Well, this morning we have you covered for your holiday travel from every single angle.
From the lakeshore to the airport, our crews are spanned out across West Michigan this morning, breaking down what you'll see out on the roads, to how travel plans are already being affected. But first, we want to send things over to Terry. She's looking ahead to a cold holiday. Terry?
Of course, we're talking about that big East Coast storm system, and while the precipitation from that system misses West Michigan, we are getting the backside flow, which is ushering in some really cold air. And of course, this time of the year, that cold air kicks the lake effect snow machine into high gear, and that is what we are tracking for you out there this morning. In fact, we've got significant snow banding going on this morning across West Michigan. In fact, we are looking at areas from southwestern Ottawa into much of Allegan counties. I got to tell you, Allegan County so far not included in that lake effect snow advisory, but I got to tell you, Allegan County, you are seeing some of the most treacherous travel conditions traveling southward along the I-196 corridor down to South Haven, I-94 through Van Buren and western Kalamazoo counties, and then also down into Cass, western St. Joe, and Berrien counties, and around the foot of Lake Michigan, where we will see, again through Berrien County and down into northern Indiana, as much as 6 to 12 inches of snow over the next 24 to 36 hours. Close to home again, we're all going to be gripped with the really cold air. Inland areas, partial sunshine today, but highs only in the 20s. Wind chills will be in the single digits and teens. And by the way, gloves, mittens, boots, and warm jackets will be the great combo out at the bus stop. We'll break it down for the rest of the holiday weekend if you're sticking around close to home, coming up in about 10 minutes.
The highways are clear in Grand Rapids, but you could run into some trouble spots in West Michigan. Our team coverage continues near I-196. 24-hour News 8's Amanda Jarrett has been bringing you live reports all morning long. She started in Ottawa County, and now she just crossed into Berrien County. Amanda, how are things looking compared to when we talked to you at 5:30?
Emily, we've spanned, as you said, 4 counties since 4:30 this morning and really seen a real progression with treacherous travel on these roads. Allegan and Berrien counties, the worst that we've seen, and we're in Berrien right now. I want to show you, we're along Blue Star Highway here, and you can see there's not much difference from the parking lot to the road here. Just several inches of snow. I want to show you here. Several inches just here on the road. Very few snow plows out this morning. We've seen maybe a half dozen on our travel since 4:30, and we haven't stopped going. We've been on the road for more than an hour and a half this morning. I want to show you the picture we snapped in Douglas at 5 o'clock this morning. That's where we did that live shot on Blue Star Highway as well. Those roads also very tricky. Snow covered, dangerous, several inches of snow. Again, Berrien, Allegan, the worst counties we've seen so far. Interstate travel, very slow moving. My photographer was going 40 miles per hour at some points in Allegan and Berrien County. Van Buren, a different story. Not bad. We told you that at 5:30. So it's really a real progression. If you head out of Kent County or headed to Chicago today, don't be fooled by the clear roads in Kent County. It's going to get worse. It's going to be tricky, and you're going to see a lot of slow moving traffic and snow covered roads. So take your time. If you want to change your route, you're going to want to stick with us throughout the day today as we continue to monitor this. You heard Terry say Berrien County is under a lake effect snow warning through tomorrow. So again, a developing situation. We've seen this develop throughout daybreak. Stay with us throughout the morning and all day long, online and on air. Live in Berrien County, Amanda Jarrett, 24-hour News 8.
We want to get a check of traffic conditions closer to Grand Rapids. Let's send things over to News Radio Wood 1300's Katie Jennis. Hi, Katie.
Good morning. For it being one of the biggest travel days of the year, our freeways are running smoothly. A shot right now of I-196 at College Avenue. Downtown Grand Rapids roadways are dry this morning for the most part, with only minor rush hour delays. Later today, we can expect this stretch of 196 to jam up on both sides for drivers headed in or out of the city. US 131 could also see delays today, especially near the S-curve if you're traveling north or south of town. A shot right now of 131 at Hall Street. Everything is on time in that area this morning. Careful of patchy fog out there on those side roads or near the lakeshore that could cause some reduced visibility before sunrise. For 24-hour News 8, I'm Katie Jennis, News Radio Wood 1300 and 106.9 FM.
Well, just in time for the busiest travel day of the year, a massive storm wreaking havoc along the East Coast. And for those of you planning the drive, that storm might not affect you, but if you're flying, it could mean delays all across the country here. Well, this morning, we're staying on top of what's expected to be a quickly changing travel story. And 24-hour News 8's Coco McAvoy is live at the Ford International Airport this morning. So, Coco, how are things shaping up right now? What are you seeing out there?
Brian, I just got finished checking departure times across the country, and so far everything seems to continue to be running smoothly this morning. There are just a few delays out there, but across the board, all of them seem to be 15 minutes or less, so they shouldn't be any problems so far this morning, which is great news because it's a busy travel day with around 3 million people taking to the skies today. This is starting to seem like a holiday tradition. Bad weather paired with millions of travelers hitting the airports. Yesterday's storms brought more than 6,000 flights off schedule and forced 271 cancellations. Early this morning, 95 flights remained canceled. According to AAA Thanksgiving travel forecast, airfare prices are very similar to last year's, with just $1 difference for the lowest round-trip rate. You can see it's pretty quiet out here at the airport right now. We didn't see much traffic when we arrived here this morning, and there still isn't very much traffic. The first flight out of this airport leaves just before 5:30, so it's already left, and it's scheduled to be on time for Chicago. We're going to keep checking flights and let you know of any delays if we find out more. Live in Grand Rapids, I'm Coco McAvoy, 24-hour News 8.
Well, for those of you planning to take the train out of town, we have some good news for you. Amtrak making it a little easier for you to hop that train. It's adding 18 trains in Michigan during the holiday period, and today through December 2nd, Amtrak says it's running every available car during what it says is the busiest travel time of the year. The extra trains will run on the Wolverine line. They'll run between Chicago, Ann Arbor, and Kalamazoo.
Whether you're leaving town or staying here in West Michigan, we're keeping tabs on gas prices. Let's take a look at averages from around the state right now and just outside the state. If you're going to Chicago, expect prices around $3.45 a gallon. Here at home in Grand Rapids, it's $3.29. Detroit, $3.22, and Traverse City, $3.35. Not bad for the holiday season, a little high, but we took a look back at last year's prices and we found that this year you can expect to pay 16 cents less a gallon compared to 2012. We'll be staying on top of road conditions, traffic, and delays all day. Make sure to check back in with us tonight on 24-hour News 8 at 5. Storm Team 8 will be tracking the snow as it moves in. And make sure you stay connected throughout the holiday weekend with our mobile app for your phone and your tablet.